Peace to the nation of gods and earths. I be Lord Supreme, wise mind of law. Today's supreme mathematics is wisdom, culture, all being born to equality. I want to go into today the idea of people saying that they knowledge 120 when they really don't. First, I'm going to get into the math. Today's wisdom, culture, all being born to equality. Wisdom culture means to express your way of life and bring forth balance, reciprocity, and harmony to self in one cipher, and show and prove your determined ideas by teaching the truth on the science of who and what is God, by furthering another's education. By having proper knowledge of self and being the father of civilization, you are held accountable and responsible for all those who do not know the science of who and what is God. So when you teach somebody how to be, and teach and keep them to be literate and not illiterate, and not being used as a tool and a slave. Now, there's a lot of people that's in this nation, right? You know, and gods and earths, you know, that are peace gods and peace earths, or true indeed God or true indeed earth. And when you approach them on knowledge of 120, they know knowledge of 120. Now, overall, what I'm going to say is, if you don't knowledge 120, right, then there's nothing wrong with that, because knowledge in 120 is not a race, it's not a competition. It's just to show and prove that you are studying your lessons, you are doing the necessary things to add on and to apply and to live out this way of life, which is the culture of I, God. So when a person, when a God or earth comes up to you and say, peace God, or peace black man, or peace black woman, how you be? And you respond, you know, I'm more wise and civilized, yes and true. And then they ask you the question of, do you knowledge 120? And you say, yes I do. That means that you gave an affirmative answer and you stand firm on your foundation. That means that you knowledge from who is the original man till Pluto is 3,680,000,000 miles away from the sun. So if you don't knowledge 120, don't say you knowledge it, and when a God or earth goes through a degree with you, you can't even go through the degree, because what that's going to make you look like is a fool, you know. So I'm just recommending all the gods on earth that do not knowledge 120. If you don't knowledge 120, do not say you knowledge it because you have a couple of lessons or you're in your 1 of 40. Just because you're in the 1 of 40 doesn't mean you knowledge 120. You know, when I first got home from the belly of the beast, right, in the year 2008, I honestly thought I knowledge 120 because I had the whole 1 of 40. But however, I didn't have the actual and the solar facts to complete my 120, because 120 is 8 body of lessons that we study in the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? It goes however you was taught it. It goes supreme math, alphabet, 1 to 10, 1 to 36, 1 to 14, 1 to 40, actual facts, solar facts. Alright? Once again, supreme math, supreme alphabet, 1 to 10, 1 to 36, 1 to 14, 1 to 40, actual and solar facts. That is not, when you knowledge all those 8 points or 8 curriculums or body of lessons, then that's when you knowledge 120. And then also after you knowledge 120, that's when you build for your flag or your pen. Because in the knowledge as cipher degree in the 1 of 14, it says, by bringing and presenting 4 devil's heads at one time, his reward is a button to wear on the lapel of his coat. Also free transportation to visit his brother Muhammad. Now, when you have the pen, that means that you are able and you're responsible for teaching a law's truth. 120. Now, when you are in the process of teaching Allah's truth, make sure that you are not a person that's constantly striving to force a lost truth, because in Islam there's no compulsion. So that means that you don't force somebody to learn this. Understanding comes in time. You see what I'm saying? The understanding born degree says, yes, I fast and pray, Allah, that I live to see the hereafter, when Allah in his own good time takes the devil off the planet. That means that the person has to come to the understanding in their own good time. Because understanding born is all being born to knowledge, wisdom, which all being born of what? Understanding. So that means they have to teach, they have to study and apply the lessons in order for them to see the outcome or the end result of what they were studying and applying or absorbing and understanding and walking and talking. So what I'm going to say to you in conclusion is this. For those that do not know 120, this is not a race. This is not a competition who can get there first. This is for you and for you only. You know what I'm saying? Your duty and responsibility once you get this 120 on cap is to teach all human families of the planet Earth. Now, one thing I want to make sure of, and one thing I want to be sure of, is this. When you look at the knowledge, build, destroy degree in the 1 to 40, it says, what is the duty of a civilized person? The duty of a civilized person is to teach he who is savage civilization, righteousness, the knowledge of himself, the science of everything in life, love, peace, and happiness. Now that degree does not say when you get not 120, the duty of a civilized person is to teach 120. No. Remember, when you take your knowledge, you build or you add on. There are methods of approach. There are different mechanisms of teaching that you go about when it comes down to teaching somebody. Because somebody essentially is not always going to want to knowledge 120. You can teach them righteousness. You know what I'm saying? How to live right and exact. You can teach them civilization. How to conduct themselves in a righteous and civilized manner. You know, teaching them proper etiquette and how to conduct themselves in society and how to move out and about when they're in the society or in this wilderness of North America. The knowledge of themselves. Teach them about who they are. Teach them about their origin in this world. You see what I'm saying? The science of everything life. Science means knowledge. It comes from the Latin word scientia, which means knowledge. You know. So teach them the things that they need to know in order for them to make it through this wilderness of North America or in this life that they're living. You know what I'm saying? So, and teach them love, peace, and happiness within themselves. Teach them how to love themselves. Teach them how to be at peace with themselves, and teach them how to understand themselves. You know, so, like I said, I trust and will that this video is beneficial and inspiring. And with that being said, upon myself, I was in the zone checking something out, doing knowledge something. With that being said, I trust the word that you have a blessed day. Stay focused, get in your square, and study your lessons. A lesson a day keeps the devil away. Peace to the nation of God's nurse.